Earlier this week, Reddit, X, TikTok, and even 4chan blew up in response to a rumor going around about an AI actress. When Film Updates reported that allegedly various talent agencies are looking to sign Tilly Norwood. Of course, many argued online that this is an absolute violation of creativity and art, and that acting in no way should be replaced by AI. Others pointed out that they believe the woman is rather young looking, and that this may also be used for predatory reasons. In response, the creator of the AI model Aileen made a post on Instagram saying that the goal isn't the substitution of human talents, but rather experimentation. But I'll let you be the judge of that. Welcome to the internet versus AI actress Tilly Norwood. It starts when Variety tweets out an article with the title, AI actress Tilly Norwood debuts at Zurich Summit as industry grapples with emerging tech. We want her to be the next Scarlett Johansson. Luke Barnett quote tweets Variety by saying, shame on Variety for even using the term AI actress. This is all such a flagrant PR grift. I guarantee no real agency is circling her. Get out of here with this garbage. And on that note, another tweet went viral by Film Updates with the title, multiple talent agents are reportedly in talks to sign AI actress Tilly Norwood, they spelled it wrong here, created by AI talent studio Sequoia. And Alex quote tweets the post by saying, we cannot normalize this. Acting is a centuries-old art and we cannot lose it to AI. And oh hey Kayla replies, do you think Adelaide Kane knows those are her lips? Prey replies to the original post by saying, we can't normalize this. Painting is a centuries-old art. We can't lose it to photography. And Peppa Pig replies, painting is done by humans. Pictures are taken by humans. Acting should be done by humans. Terrible analogy. Prado says, you think photography replaced painting? And Prey replies, nope. And that's exactly people's answer to all this hysteria. Grace quote tweets Film Updates by saying, I wonder why they would want to make an AI actress of a very young looking girl that obviously has no need for autonomy or rights. I wonder what they're going to do with her that they couldn't do with a real actress. Wait. Oh. Me when it comes to connecting AI with misogyny. Jonathan Fuji quote tweets Film Updates by saying, the concept of signing an AI actress, with Mr. Krabs looking at a chalkboard that says 0 days without nonsense. Josh Edwards quote tweets Film Updates by saying, fuck Tilly Norwood. Let's all cancel her immediately. And Alex replies, I heard she says slurs. Deborah replies, maybe start by not calling it her. Ryan Lewis replies, I heard she said N-word behind the scenes. Twist of Jack Twist says, by the way, she was literally on the Epstein list and tried to alert him ahead of time of the police being at the airports before he got off the plane. Chainsaw Massacre quote tweets Film Updates by saying, not to be dramatic or anything, but if you pay to see a movie starring an AI actress, I think you should be publicly executed. Discussing Film also posts the same thing, and Elvis the Alien quote tweets it by saying, an AI talent studio definitionally can't exist. Kiro quote tweets Film Updates with this quote from Martin Scorsese, where he says, well, the industry is over. Brandon quote tweets Film Updates by saying, it really sucks that AI isn't going to turn out like how NFTs did. Hungrybox responds by saying, in 2035 at movie theaters, you will have to choose between watching the AI standard movies for $12.99 or the organic films for the $27.99 premium. The Surfs replies by saying, can someone explain why an AI anything would need an agent? Like, why can't a studio just type a prompt and create their own version? Isn't that the whole point? How do you represent someone who doesn't exist and was created by stealing images of other people? And Evan Loves Worf replies, I feel like this is an AI industry created story. Over on 4chan, an Anon posted the screenshot of the Film Updates tweets with the caption, we might finally start getting attractive actresses again. And Anon replies, in the future, prompt engineer will be the highest, most respected cast in Western society. Anon replies to OP by saying, wasn't this already tried and it failed miserably? And Anon says, yeah, 10 years ago when AI looked even worse than it does now. It's only a matter of time before this shit gets good enough to destroy acting. And then Anon also replies, at that point, it's going to destroy the entire industry because people will just be making their own movies with their own personal Tilly Norwood at home. And another Anon replies to the first post saying, the tech is only getting better. I'm sure companies are investing in AI way too early, thinking it's going to be a magic fix-all, but it will probably happen eventually. This Anon says, not with this tech. They chose the wrong method and now it's a shit forever until they swap. It's like if everyone invested entirely in blimps and ignored planes. One Anon replies to OP saying, 40 years ago they said that they would be able to bring Elvis back to life with AI by today, but now they're saying that it'll be done another 50 years from now. What if another 50 years pass and it still doesn't happen? What then? What then, huh? Huh? No, you ain't gonna do shit and neither am I. so beat that, bitch. This anon replies to OP by saying, why isn't she white? Why does she look Mexican? And another anon says, why isn't she black? And anon replies, she is black. What are you, fucking blind? Get some fucking glasses. Holy shit, she's even blacker than Denzel Washington and Samuel Jackson put together. This anon replies to OP by saying, Tilly Norwood. I don't mind the idea of an AI replacing human actresses, but I find it incredibly gay that they gave the robot girl some random made-up human name. Over on the FOMOA subreddit, died a long time ago posts this with a caption, Melissa Barrera calls out agents trying to sign AI actress Tilly Norwood. And it's a post from Melissa where she says, hope all actors repped by the agent that does this drop their ass. How gross. Read the room. And Comfortable Load replies with this gif saying, what the fuck? And the caption, this is dystopian considering actual actresses are struggling to find jobs. Also, it's giving they use known actresses' faces to make this AI composite. And SJV replies, she looks vaguely Haley Steinfeld-ish. And Rebranding Myself says, I think it's super telling that the first AI actor is female coded. Of course women are the first to be replaced. And Tatooine Knight says, and a little disturbing that it's a young woman. What age is she supposed to be? Beckbackbox says, every time I see anything AI related, I get so angry. I just know that if this shit ever gets normalized in the future, I'll be one of the anti-AI bigots still stuck in my human ways. And No Mathematician 6866 replies, it's already normalized. AI generated art assets are already an established market. There's AI generated music getting 1 million downloads on Spotify. The only thing theoretically stopping this AI actress is whether their generative model can actually produce useful dialogue. Otherwise, it's just a bog standard CGI and artificial voice generation. Put those three together, if they can achieve it, and bam, an actress who can hawk auto insurance or skincare products or whatever other ad spot you want without needing to pay for anything more than the query load at the data center running her. Over on r/technology, Task Force posts this article saying, Whoopi Goldberg takes aim at AI actress Tilly Norwood. You can always tell them from real actors. Our faces and bodies move differently. And John T. Lurker replies, is it just me or does this Tilly Norwood business feel astroturfed? Like someone is trying to see how the public would react to AI actors, which is why we're seeing so much of this lately. And Epidemic Saints says, it's just like the first AI influencer and the first AI singer every year for 5 years. Where though? They're in magazine articles only. It's outlets falling for press releases because they want it to be real and to report the controversy so bad. And that Prince replies, apparently one of the singers had a song on the charts, but again, given what we know about the streaming platforms and record labels, that could have been manufactured as well. And JS Kami replies, there's plenty of AI music on streaming platforms, or the very least music created with some use of AI. I've ran into unreleased songs from a lot of artists that you notice halfway through, they don't pronounce words like a human. And Delicious Pumpkin Pie replies, yeah, I thought Spotify had been doing that for years now. Then Nicholas Jansen posted this TikTok with some good information. The full thing will be linked in the description, but here's just a clip of his TikTok talking about some of the history of why Tilly came to be.
This is an AI actress created by Particle 6, which proudly touts itself as the world's leading AI production studio. This is Eline van der Velden, a Dutch comedian, actor, writer, and producer. I don't know exactly how her career went or her villain origin story, but she appears to be waging war with human creativity itself. And just this past week, her company launched an AI talent studio, Sequoia, for hyper-real digital stars. According to van der Velden and her associates at this summit, studios and other media and entertainment companies are quietly embracing AI under the radar and expected to publicly announce high-profile projects using the technology in the coming months. Meet Tilly Norwood, the AI actress who might just change Hollywood forever. She cries, she charms, she delivers every line with precision. Respectfully, what the actual fuck are we doing here?
And Jen Crafts replies, you know what can't use AI actors? Theater, especially small theater. Support your local theater. Katie says, I want the robot to do chores so I can do art, not the other way around. Jasmine Berman says, as an actor, this makes me unbelievably angry. She delivers every line with precision, breaks my heart. Our job is not to be precise. Our job is to be human. Leah Cobble says, AI is so boring boring. It's everywhere and it's bland. The art's bland and unimpressive, songs are bland, and the models. Norel says, easy. Boycott any film that uses AI actors. Green Eggs and Ham says, just in case you're not already bored with the same repackaged slop that Hollywood has for you, now the actors will be a mishmash of shit you've seen before. This is why capitalists should have no part in art. Then over on Tilly Norwood's actual Instagram account, there was this post made with a response to some of the various backlash, where it says, to those who have expressed anger over the creation of our AI character, Tilly Norwood, she is not a replacement for a human being, but a creative work, a piece of art. Like many forms of art before her, she sparks controversy, and that in itself shows the power of creativity. I see AI not as a replacement for people, but as a new tool, a new paintbrush. Just as animation, puppetry, or CGI opened fresh possibilities without taking away from live acting, AI offers another way to imagine and build stories. I'm an actor myself, and nothing, certainly not an AI character, can take away the craft or joy of human performance. Creating Tilly has been, for me, an act of imagination and craftsmanship, not unlike drawing a character, writing a role, or shaping a performance. It takes time, skill, and iteration to bring such a character to life. She represents experimentation, not substitution. Much of my work has always been about holding up a mirror to society through satire, and this is no different. I also believe AI characters should be judged as part of their own genre, on their own merits, rather than compared directly with human actors. Each form of art has its place, and each can be valued for what it uniquely brings. I hope we can welcome AI as part of the wider artistic family, one more way to express ourselves alongside theater, film, painting, music, and countless others. When we celebrate all forms of creativity, we open doors to new voices, new stories, and new ways of connecting with each other. Aline. Then Variety also posted this response on their Twitter page, with the caption, the creator of AI actress Tilly Norwood has released a statement following a weekend of heat and backlash, and Bike Man replies, if I took a big shit in public, it would spark conversation. Doesn't mean it's art. James Daughtery says, what is the difference between AI and 4 hours of makeup? Clements Clemenson also quotes the part saying she sparks conversation, replying laughing saying, this guy is obviously using AI to generate his quotes about his creation. Reed says, shame these people into irrelevance. Microplastics Revelator quote tweets the Variety post by saying, everyone involved with the creation as well as marketing and promotion of this product is undoubtedly a pedophile. And Smedley replies, I'm so tired of this invading every part of life and being unbelievably creepy each time. Judy Squirrels quote tweets Variety by saying, she's a fake white girl, created to make money. It's boring. You're not creative. Rollo Eyes the Clowny responds to the post by saying, the best part about these AI people is that they live within a bubble of effusive praise for one another. The moments their plans breach containment, they get super self-conscious. No one actually wants this, and they can't actually interact with that idea because it's invalidating. Really hard to sell the AI as inevitable arguments when the AI camp folds in on itself anytime there's a halfway honest convo about their work. Don't let anyone say there's nothing you can do. Literally being a petty hater towards these folks is enough. Patrick Doran quote tweets Variety by saying, I went to high school with Tilly Norwood and she said the N-word all the time. Michael quote tweets Variety saying, pretty telling that the industry's first venture into this was to create a teenage girl they could control. Over in the r/OkBuddyCinephile subreddit, Arc Lancer also posts this tweet with a caption, welcome back, Harvey Weinstein. And Ivan Chav replies, studio. It just happened to be what animators had the most experience with. Nice save. And Exotic Priority replies, reminds me of in the movie Ex Machina, when the guy being manipulated by the billionaire tech overlord realizes that the AI robot he has been interacting with was designed based on his corn search algorithm, making him more susceptible to it. Pretty spot on, really. What were we supposed to do? Design an actress who's not goon-worthy? We're here to make money, baby. And J-Pup replies, also a lot like the movie Simone, 2002. Solarian American says, okay, but like, in what sense is she not a replacement for a human being? They're aiming to eliminate a human being's role in a film and replace it with an AI homunculus. How is that not a replacement for a human being? Inappropriate Data replies, I think they mean that she is going to play AI roles like Ana de Armas playing the protagonist's AI girlfriend in Blade Runner. That's indeed not a really strong argument because Ana de Armas is a human woman. And Sharp Kaleidoscope replies, humans can pretend to be bots, but it's woke for clankers to portray humans. Variety also posted this with a caption, SAG-AFTRA condemns AI actress Tilly Norwood and says the union is opposed to the replacement of human performers by synthetics. Attaching a quote that says, to be clear, Tilly Norwood is not an actor. It's a character generated by a computer program that was trained on the work of countless professional performers, without permission or compensation. It has no life experience to draw from, no emotion, and from what we've seen, audiences aren't interested in watching computer-generated content untethered from the human experience. It doesn't solve any problem. It creates the problem of using stolen performances to put actors out of work, jeopardizing performer livelihoods and devaluing human artistry. Additionally, sanitary producers should be aware that they may not use synthetic performers without complying with our contractual obligations, which require notice and bargaining whenever a synthetic performer is going to be used. And Plain Rock TV replies, "More talents than anyone in that gay union." Yeet also posts this statement on his page, and user replies, "What problem are actors supposed to solve other than entertain the audience?" Pone Master says, "I can't wait until 100% of my media is acted by actors and actresses I've built in AI that won't lecture me on my own personal fucking politics." Third Rate Duelist says, "Based. Now make the writers AI." MCFW also posted this on the Our Entertainment subreddit, the comments by SAG-AFTRA, and Reagan Lamborghini replies, "Trying to treat AI as human is just incredibly dumb. It's software." And Nervous Otter says, "From the court that brought you corporations are people comes its latest proclamation. Software can be human." And Diz replies, "But not human enough to qualify for labor laws." And Superman says, "Corporations. Our AI is human enough to take human jobs, but not human enough for any rights, privileges, or legal responsibilities." Shout out to our Tier 3 members, internet representatives Akiko, Salsao, Dakotas Bandito, and Captain Crash Out. Thank you guys so much for the support, and I'll see you all in the next episode.